Rock 100.5 KATT. I am Cameron Buchholtz here with Johnny from Nothing More. What's happening, man?
Nothing much. Good to see you again.
Indeed. It's this album cycle. I feel like it's been forever. It must feel like really forever for you guys.
It does. It's been kind of like a time warp. When we put out a record, we just start hitting the ground running. We start touring, and it's been a lot of airplanes, a lot of long night drives, a lot of everything. But we're almost done. This tour and our European tour coming up are going to be our final tours on this record, and we're going to start working on a new one. So I'm excited.
Nice. Yeah, I was trying to think today. I was like, how many times have I talked to you on this album? And I couldn't even. I'm not even sure. 3, 4, 5. I have no idea.
I don't know either.
It's
probably.
Just,
yeah.
It's just how it goes. But I mean, obviously, it's the biggest album you guys have had thus far. I mean,
it's a good problem. You know, when we are touring more, it's usually just a reflection that it's still we're still getting feedback, we're still getting growth. Songs are resonating, and we're very fortunate also to have a label that has given us on both records. They have given us about 5 singles, which is pretty unprecedented. You know, most labels give bands 1. And if it doesn't work, they sometimes don't give them any more, or they give them 3, because they have to put a lot of money and energy and manpower behind it. So the fact that they've been giving us 5 really shows that they believe in the depth of the record, and that's something that we really believe in. That's why we spend so long on our records too. So we spend a little bit longer than most bands making the record, and we probably spend a little longer touring on the record too.
Gotcha. I mean, I think Let 'Em Burn is the 5th single that we're playing now, and I bet if I look at all the new songs that we're playing, it's probably the oldest, because of what we're talking about.
Yeah. And I think we're gonna have maybe it might be the 4th, or maybe it is the 5th, but we're gonna have another one after that.
Okay.
So we're talking about Fade In, Fade Out.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. See, it's weird. It's hard to tell nowadays which ones are actually singles versus what's like there's different ways of doing things
here nowadays. Yeah. Because we have songs that are music videos, but don't always necessarily get pushed to radio in the same way that some of the other ones do. It is tricky, yeah.
But now, how far along in the process are you on the new record? You guys have songs in mind, or are you waiting to get off the road, or how do you guys generally do that?
I mean, there's every day or week there's ideas being kind of nestled away individually, but we don't really officially work on the record together in the same room until we get home and have about a month or 2 to kind of clear our heads, get home life back in order, and then we start scheduling, jam room sessions and start sharing a lot of the ideas that we've personally written or stored away over the year or 2 of touring.
Start going through the phone voice memos and all that.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of them you're like, oh, I totally forgot about that. That's a cool idea. And then some of them you're like, what was I thinking? I hope no one ever hears that. Burn it with fire. Like,
let them burn.
It's very embarrassing. Yeah, let them burn.
But now, with this tour, it's a pretty awesome package that you guys have put together. I mean, Mice and Men and Bad Flower, Bad Flower currently having just breakout. I'm sure Ghost is a big pop on the whole show.
Yeah.
So is that? Do you guys worry about having to follow that?
No. We're honestly the only. I'm just being real transparent here. The only band I ever really felt like a little worried was when we toured with Bad Wolves. They just had such a strong presence, and Tommy's such a great frontman that I was like, it made me had to. Well, I'll take that back. Papa Roach, but we open for them, so it's a different thing, Right. But when a band's before you, but I mean, these bands are amazing too. But it's the reason I don't feel the same is that I think every band here kind of fills a different niche. It's like we're just all kind of different, so nobody's really stepping on anybody's toes or like competing to do the metal thing or to do the more Bad Flower kind of alternative thing. But everybody's got their niche and everybody's just killing it in their own way. I think it's the best, one of the best rock bills of the year. It's just great bands, and Bad Flower just came out with a record that sounds really amazing. So
well, awesome, man. Well, I won't take up any more of your time. It's just, I've talked to you enough. I think I don't want to talk about Stories to Tell Ourselves anymore. We'll talk on the new record, then we can get more in depth.
It sounds good.
But thank you as always, man, and really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having us, always.